The Kenyan colors are without a doubt one of, if not the best color combinations of any country flag that I've ever come across. If you know any better combination, feel free to let us know in the comment section below. Hello there and welcome to today's tutorial, where I'll be teaching you on how to make a Kenyan beaded bracelet like this one that is adjustable, meaning that it's easy to put on, different hand sizes, and easy to remove. So kindly stay tuned. If you've not subscribed, kindly tap on the subscribe button and let's hop into the tutorial. Please feel free to follow us on our social media handles to see more of our products. So the materials you required are: number one, a looming structure. Like for me, I built this using some locally available wood, hooks, nails, and bolts and nuts. As you can see, it came out pretty well. Material number two is a candle and a matchstick. You would really require this. And material number three is a 0.30 millimeters fishing line. Material number four is beads, of course. That is the final material is loom thread. Mostly people prefer black, but I choose to use this gold color to make the final work more unique and pop much better. I know most of you are asking what's the use of the candle. So oopsie. Okay, that's okay. So if you have used a string before, if you cut it with scissors, the string tends to loosen up. But if you use a fire to cut it, it usually comes out quite intact, which is good. And that's a very nice tip, so you're supposed to remember that. Always use fire when you're dealing with this waxy type of material, especially the strings. And we've cut approximately 12 inches length of 4 loom strings, and then I tie them down like that, and then I put it through the fire like that, so that it becomes intact or a solid one piece from one end. And you don't have to fear fire, because you'll be dealing with it if you're going to be doing some loom work. So next thing is to attach your loom. You split it into groups of twos like that, and then you hook it from that end of the loom, and you pass it through that like that. You have to be gentle, and also you have to make sure that your work is firm and rigid. So you put it through both ends like that, and then once you put it like that, you close it at that end. Then once it's closed and secure, you split out the 4 strands to be 4 individual strands. Each one of them should be separate and approximately 1 inch separate from the other. So you should have something that looks like this once you've split them. Yeah, your work should look like that. So now you take your fishing line, the 0.30 millimeters. You measure approximately 20 inches length or more, and you cut it. And then we take our beads. We're making the Kenyan flag, so we are going to be using black, white, red, and green colors. You make sure you have those on your plate. On to step 2, which is the most important part of this tutorial. You pick 3 black beads from the right like this. You should have your 3 black beads, and then the fishing line containing the 3 black beads, you pass it below the looms, the 4 looms, but the 4 looms will have created 3 gaps like that. So make sure that each individual bead or among the 3 beads is through one of the holes, and then you pass the fishing line above and through each black bead. I think the demonstration that you are seeing can easily explain and make you understand. If you follow what I'm doing, you can see I'm on the second black bead. I've already passed the fishing line through. So onto the third bead, I pass it through above. Make sure that the fishing line is above, and then you tighten it up. This is going to make that beginning to, I think you understand, like the V shape beginning. In this step, you really need to be careful to get it right so that you don't mess up the whole work, because if you don't get this step right, trust me, your artwork won't come out correctly. So once you're done passing the fishing line through below and over the 3 black beads, you will have one longer side where that is the one that we're going to be using. So we pick the next beads we will be picking are total of 4 beads. After picking the 4 beads, we repeat the same procedure. You pass them below the 4 loom strings, and then above the fishing line you pass it through all the 4 strings. But this time, mark that you will separate them into 1, 2 and 1, in the sense that 1 will go through one of the gaps, and then 2 will go at the center gap like this, and 1 will go at the end. So you should have something that looks like this, and then you repeat the same process. This time you add more beads. You'll pick 1, 3, 1. That means the total is 5 beads, but it means that 1 will go at one end, at the center it will be 3 beads, and then at the very end it will be 1 bead. As you can see, you repeat the same thing. You pass them below the 4 loom strings, and then from the above side you pass the fishing line through the black beads. I hope if you have all your materials set and you're doing this, I'm quite sure you can be able to follow. It might look kinda complicated, but this is very simple, and this is the procedure that we are basically going to be repeating throughout this build. So you kindly make sure that you get the ratio right. Alternatively, also you can pause this video right here and check on this ratio, the numbers that are displayed on the screen right now, and you can be able to know the number of beads that you'll require to put in the next sequence. Like right now, we have put a ratio of 2, 2, 2, which is a total of 6 beads, but 2 beads for each gap, and we've repeated the same thing below and above. You pass the fishing line below and above the black beads, and eventually it's attached to the beads, and then you just continue. So make sure you have that picture in mind as you continue to make it. Let me put this picture here so that we can be able to compare as we continue to make our product, and make sure that it comes out perfectly the same as what we are seeing right now on the left side of the screen. So with that in mind, the next step that we have done is we've put a ratio of 3, 1, 3. I think you can see this on both sides of the screen. So that's exactly what we'll be repeating. Next, we pick 8 beads that we split into 3, 2, 3. That's right. As you can see on both sides of the screen, we put 3 beads on the farthest end, on the left side, 2 at the center, and 3 at the other end, and we pass the fishing line through the top. I really hope this demonstration is well enough and well elaborate, and I really hope that it helps you. And kindly don't forget to hit that like button, for it helps this content get to a bigger and wider audience. So kindly don't forget to tap the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, kindly pause this video, go tap on the subscribe button, and then come back and continue, so that we continue growing this audience. And whenever a video comes out, you'd be first to be notified. So don't forget also to hit the notification bell. So if you're keen enough, you have seen that we have started the ratio of 333, which is the maximum width of this bracelet that we'll be making today, which is a total of 9 beads, which is 333. As you can see on the screen, we have 2 black beads on the right, 1 white bead, 3 red beads, 1 white bead, 2 green beads. That is the same procedure that we're going to go through until the end of this, the length of this bracelet, which is going to be approximately 6 inches length. So we're going to be repeating the very same pattern that we started with. Also bear in mind that this is not just a hobby. This is something that you can turn into a side hustle. Remember that these skills that you're learning here can really help you start a profitable income generating hustle that can help you earn some extra money on the side. And I am really grateful to some of you who have sent me your testimonials, telling me that you started from scratch with our tutorials, and now you are able to make a full bracelet by yourself. You're able to come up with creative new designs that you've sent me pictures. I've seen you posting on your pages. That's really warms my heart to know that whatever we are learning here actually makes a genuine impact on people out there. Thank you so much for your feedback, and it really gives me energy to create these tutorials, knowing that they do not go in vain, knowing that someone out there, even if it's just one person, that if our tutorials are able to change your life or help you learn a new skill, that really makes me happy, and that's what keeps me going. So keep the feedback coming. Let me know if these video tutorials are helping you in any way, and you can even share the pictures on my Instagram account. It's at Stike Arts. The link is in the description of this video. So as you follow along, also let me know, how are these videos helping you? Have you watched the previous videos? What videos would you like us to make next? And I'm really thankful for all of you who have subscribed and who keep constantly commenting. And it's my genuine hope that these skills that you learn from this channel are able to help you do something new, be able to be more creative, able to make some extra money, and also be able to discover the talents that you never knew you had. Another very important part that I'd really not want to miss out on is I've been getting a lot of requests regarding making different patterns and different country flags. My advice is this: it might take me quite some time to get to your specific country flag that you requested. The thing that you can do in the meantime is use the previous videos that we have already done, learn from them, practice that, and with that you can be creative and also try out now the flag or whatever it is that you'd like to learn. That way you will have become more creative and you'll have learned something by yourself, because it might take me quite some time to get to your specific comment or to your specific request. So kindly, in the meantime, you can learn from the videos that we already have on the channel as we continue to make the others, because these videos take quite some time to shoot, to record, to do the voiceovers, to edit. It takes quite some time, so kindly bear with me, and that tip can really help you. You can watch the previous videos that we've done, try out making them, and from there the sky will be the limit to your creativity. You can do wonders, and this is something that I've genuinely seen from people here who have watched my tutorials and now have come up with new patterns that I myself have never tried. So as you can see, we have finished doing the loom. Now you're closing both ends. You do a knot like that. Make sure it's at the very bottom like this, and then you tighten it up. You make a knot, a simple knot with the 4 loom strings, and then you should have something like this on both ends. And then you come to this very end, and then you measure the length of your hand, or the hand that you would want to put it on. Remember, these bracelets are subjective to the hand size, so depending on the hand that you'll be using, you measure it, and then you make 2 knots on both ends. That will be the place where the adjustable knot will be tied, and then you put a knot on this end, and the other end you can do 2 knots so that the knot becomes bigger, and this acts as a stopper. So you also make sure that the knots are equally parallel to each other, and once you do that, when they're like that, you measure, you see if it can pass through the hand. I'll use my hand as a sample for this one, and once you're comfortable with the length, you put them together, and then you come and do the Shambhala Finish. I call it the Shambhala Finish because I already did a video on this before. Kindly check it out. The link is in the description, where I did a detailed tutorial on how to finish up this knot. So please, if you find this finish to be quite fast, or you're not following quite well, kindly go to the video on where we did the closing of the Shambhala. I'll link it down in the description, and also there'll be a prompt at the end of this video to go to that video. So kindly watch this video to the end so that you can go and see how to do this, how to finish up this Shambhala bracelet. And I'd really love to hear your feedback. Let me know if you managed to make this loom bracelet. I'm really looking forward to your feedback and to know if you managed, if you didn't, what are some of the challenges that you faced. But from my end, I find that this is one simple thing. I also have a friend who improvised the loom gadget by just putting two nails on opposite ends of a wood, or just a flat wood, and then they put one nail on one end and one nail on the other, and then now they use it as a loom. So it's not a must for you to have an in quotes advanced looming structure like mine. You can as well just use nails, and at the end of the day, what matters is the final product. If you're able to make a product that is nicely done, that's what matters. And remember, in art, there is nothing that is it's supposed to be done exactly as you see in the tutorials. So you can come up with some more creative ways, some more creative patterns, and you can have your own unique thing. Remember, art is all about uniqueness, and there is no formula or specific route that you're supposed to take exactly. So remember, you can come up with several creative ways on how to do this, and feel free also to share if you find an easier way. You can comment down below. And as you can see, we are finishing it up. We use candle and the light so that we can be able to burn the tips properly. Remember, this loom string is made from, I believe, a nylon. So if you cut it with a razor blade or scissors, the tips are going to form something like a brush, and they are going to cut off. But if you burn the tips, they are going to stick together. So as you can see, the bracelet is slowly coming to an end, and I believe that you have learned something today, something new today. I believe that this is something that most of you have wanted to know for a long time, and now that you've learned it, kindly let me know if you are able to manage to do this, and you can share the pictures with me or your comments on the comments section down below. Also remember that this adjustable knot, you can check it out on our previous video. The link will be in the description below, and also I'll link it up at the end of this video. There'll be a prompt to go to that video, so watch this video to the end so that you can be able to know how to do that adjustable knot. And now we test it. As you can see, the both ends move, and that means that our bracelet is good. So it's time to try it out. As you can see, it perfectly fits me, and I believe it can fit a hand size that is slightly bigger than mine, or even slightly smaller than mine. So thanks for watching, and please don't forget to watch this video for you to see how to close or to make an adjustable end.